When it comes to the FIFA series on Nintendo consoles, it's always been well known that Nintendo console versions always lag behind the Xbox and PlayStation versions. This is part due to the hardware limitations of the consoles and part laziness on EA's side. Anyway, it's another year and yes, you've guessed it, another FIFA title has just been released. FIFA 20 is currently out on the Xbox One and the PS4, and these versions are obviously the big titles to go for, but there's also the Switch version, and today we'll be looking at the hybrid version, seeing if the Switch version gets a decent addition this year. FIFA 20 is EA's third go at a FIFA game on Switch. First was FIFA 18, which was a pretty decent first try, even if it did miss a few modes. Then we had FIFA 19, which did include a few new additions like the Cool House rules, but again still missing a fair few features compared to the other versions. But for this new version, FIFA 20, this could easily be the biggest and best FIFA game on Switch, but have a guess what this version has over last year's? Bugger all. Yep, EA has decided to cheapen out on a Switch version by titling it the Legacy Edition. Those who have played the last few FIFA games on the PS3 or the Xbox 360 will know the Legacy Editions means that all you get is a half-assed update that only includes updated kits and UI. And most of these things ring true for the Switch release. You get all the updated team rosters from the summer transfers, new kits, UI, menu music, and a couple of new stadiums for 45 quid. Yes, 45 quid for a paltry amount of additions is absolutely disgusting. There's no new Volta Street Football mode that's been heavily advertised for other consoles. Again, this is a pretty appalling situation and reminds me of FIFA 13 on Wii U when we didn't even have Ultimate Team, and at the time the Wii U was arguably the most powerful console on the market. Talking about what you actually get here, you have your standard career mode, kickoff, online multiplayer, which is a surprise, Women's Cup, basically everything from last year's game, just not updated and just copied and pasted gameplay wise to this new version. Before you worry, FIFA's popular Ultimate Team mode is here, but again like the FIFA 18 and FIFA 19, it's still missing various modes and just the same stripped back version of the game you played back in 2017. But don't worry, even though it's still stripped back, there's still room for the mode's very pricey and controversial microtransactions to still be included. For all the moaning and groaning I've done, the game still plays a rather decent game of football, albeit one without all the refinements of the newer entries. The game really just feels like the PS3 or Xbox 360 versions from about 3 or 4 years ago. Coming up to the release, EA were actually open for once about the Switch version being the Legacy Edition and only including the new kits and the like. But it's that price point that really does sting. I know development of games is expensive, but when you've done so little, it should be reflected in price. It's literally like they've stuck a FIFA 20 sticker on a FIFA 19 cartridge, yet if they included all the Legacy Edition content in a free or £5 to £10 DLC pack for 19, I could get behind it. But to charge 45 quid for this offering is nothing more than just pure greed. It's a shame that EA's offerings on the Switch have been so poor, with only 3 FIFA titles and a few indies. I really hoped the Switch would be a new beginning for EA titles on Nintendo consoles, but no, nothing. As third parties like Bethesda and even 2K are releasing new, modern games for the consoles with the same amount of content, the same old excuses from EA will not do. Conclusion time now, and FIFA 20 on the Switch is, to put it bluntly, a total rip-off. The game is essentially last year's entry, which in turn was a pretty scaled back version, this time just with updated kits, UI and the like. The game does play a decent game of football, but it's just so limited in modes to play compared to the other versions that it's not worth recommending. To charge 45 quid for this is an absolute joke, and even to include the controversial microtransactions for the FIFA Ultimate Team mode as well, proves that FIFA on 20 on Switch is a rush job to make a quick buck. So with that, I'm giving FIFA 20 on the Switch a 3.5 out of 10 with the title of awful. Thank you for watching my review, like, rate and subscribe, and until next time, happy gaming, bye.